Glad to have you join us on Core Digest this Monday. Let's talk about the Osun Governorship election matters arising. That election would come up on September the 22nd, 2018. Who would be the eventual winner? How ready are the people of the state of Osun for this very important election in the wake of party primaries conducted in that state? We've heard of defections from the APC to the PDP, from the PDP to the APC, and even from other political parties in that state. Candidate of the PDP is Senator Ademola Adeleke, and candidate of the APC is Boyega Oyetola. What do we look forward to as this election date approaches? My guests on the program today, I have a legal practitioner and a social commentator. Justice Ogwegbo is a lawyer, and Murphy Abadoni is a social commentator. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, the Osun Governorship election is fast approaching. September 22nd is the date. That's just about 19 days more. How prepared do you think the people of Osun and by far those concerned with this poll are ready, Murphy?
Thank you very much. If not for any other thing, you must give it to the Southwest people with their level of political awareness. I always commend them for that. They have a reasonable level of political awareness, and as a result of that, I must tell you that the Osun people are very much ready for the September 22nd governorship election, and much readier considering the Ekiti election that just took place. And also would like to say that it will surely be a very tough fight, very tough fight between the two governorship candidates. But that is.
But there are other governorship candidates and all the political parties.
Of course, when I mean of course, I must be realistic. There are lots of them. There are, how many of them did I, about 40 something of them participating or thereabout in that governorship election? But when I mean the two, I'm talking about the APC and the PDP candidates, which are usually the major fighters in the Nigerian election as of today. I don't know of tomorrow, but as of today, those are the two major political parties that are contesting elections for now. And being that as it may, I see a situation whereby the candidate of the All Progressive Congress may have some edge, considering the fact that he's also having the support of the incumbent governor, who has also been on ground and who has also been has maintained a very close relationship with the grassroots people of Osun State. And,
but will we then be right to say that he's probably just going to be a protege of the incumbent governor, and it will be like Aregbesola now ruling for a third term just under another personality?
Well, you see, when we talk about Nigerian politics, we must understand how it is played here. It's not the American politics. It's not the British politics. The Nigerian politics it has its uniqueness. The incumbent will always have its weight. Will always have some advantages. Why do I say so? The incumbent governor of a state in Nigeria virtually controls the local governments.
But there have been instances where the incumbent governor lost. Let's talk about Ekiti governorship election, and let's go to justice. The recent Ekiti governorship election conductor, the candidate of the PDP, whose member is the incumbent governor, that's Adele Fayose, the candidate lost. That's Olushola Eleka, justice.
You know, when we begin to see politics on the sentimental side, that is the result we get to.
When you say sentimental, what do you mean?
Yeah, because unfortunately today we are playing party politics and not real politics. We are looking at what we can really gain and what we feel that should be. This issue of incumbency is only here And in fact, it has never even been this worst before. If you remember, about 4 or 5 years ago, when the former administration was there, about 5 elections were conducted during the Jonathan administration. PDP won only one.
Could it be because the party was losing relevance at that time?
No, it's not that. It is because of when you have somebody ahead that believes in the process and the rule of law, that is what you get. For example, you're talking about Ekiti. I'm from Imo State. The incumbent governor then lost to Rochas Okorocha. That is from Ohakim. So, but the problem we have today is the insincerity of the umpire, which is INEC. Today we make reference to PDP, APC. PDP, APC. Are you trying to tell me that there's no other political party that can win election? And the answer is no. Now ask yourself this question: why is it that any state where PDP is is the governor, all the local governments, if you conduct any purported election, because those things, I've not seen any local government election conducted in Nigeria. What I've been seeing all this while is selection. And that is why if APC is controlling Lagos State now, you see APC take the whole local governments in Lagos State. If PDP is controlling any other state like Rivers State, you see PDP taking the whole local government. You want to tell me that there's no one or two other credible people in other political parties that could have won election? And so we are still playing the politics of he who pays the piper, they test the tune. And not until we tell ourselves the truth in this country, we cannot move forward. How independent is actually the INEC? How independent is actually the various state electoral commissions? That is a question. And as far as I'm concerned, they are not. And that is why you see, after elections, you see people yearning. You see court processes. You see people demonstrating. Because people do not trust in the process and the system. If you make people to trust in the system, once election has come and gone, you see the whole thing will just, everybody will accept the result and go his ways. But because nobody trusts the system and all the rest. So that is why this whole thing was experiencing these things on daily basis.
Well, the
and
president
it will continue.
Yes, the president, Muhammadu Buhari, has mentioned and has reaffirmed his trust in INEC, as in its ability to conduct elections, citing recent elections conducted in the state, the Kogi,
the president has no right.
By-elections.
The president has no right or form in the first place to come and tell Nigerians that he's going to conduct free and fair, credible election.
That he believes
he didn't say
INEC.
so.
He believes in INEC to conduct credible elections.
He's not INEC. He is not the mouthpiece of
No, he didn't speak for INEC. Maybe we should get this right.
Listen to me. We are all Nigerians. You don't see. There are certain statements you make. You are, because you see, when you talk about credibility implies so many things. INEC is that is why we must believe in the process. And when you have a good process, you have a perfect result. The president, various governors, senators, House of Rep members, and House of Assembly members, and all the rest are supposed to be subject to the electoral process.
So
in fact, all of them are supposed to be afraid of the electoral process.
And so does that make them incapable of expressing support and belief in the ability of that electoral umpire to conduct credible elections?
And believe on what sense? You see, let's understand. You see, body language at times speaks volume. It speaks volume. You see, the problem we have is this. As far as I'm concerned, we are lying to ourselves.
Okay, let's get back to this Osun Governorship election.
But before you continue, I would also want to take us a little back. There is no way. When I spoke, I said, considering the nature of our politics here, I'm just being realistic. The power of incumbency is strong here. He was trying to make it look as if it's a current administration issue. Since 1999, Obasanjo became the president in 1999. When he was leaving, he single-handedly brought Yar'Adua and gave him his support. And Yar'Adua emerged the president. Eventually, death took Yar'Adua away. May he so rest in peace. The same system, the same Obasanjo and others, brought a Jonathan in, and he became the president. until 2015.
But Jonathan was already a deputy. He was
saying
already a vice president, and it behoved him to actually continue the tenure of his principal.
No. What I'm trying to say is this. He had the support of these persons who also brought him as a vice president, brought him along the president then. He spoke about him, he said, I am from Delta State. Since 1999, Chief James Ibori became the governor in 1999. After his 4 years, 2 tenors, 8 years, 2 tenors, he brought his cousin, Dr. Emmanuel Udwaha. He brought his cousin, and made him the governor. The power of incumbency. When the tenure of Emmanuel Udwaha elapsed, the same set of people brought the current governor of Delta State. That is the power of incumbency. It's not something that one will have to attribute to a particular administration or a particular government. Like he said about the local government administrations and elections. When you talk about a society where people still sell their vote, when one is a governor, he picks his commissioners around the local governments of the states. He picks, now we have governors having 1,000 essays and PAs. We have governors having 2,000 essays and PAs. What do they pick them for? It's for electionary purpose. You have the same governors who want to pick local government chairmen and chairwomen. These are just gimmicks towards winning election rounds. That is why.
If we consider closely now the Osun State governorship elections, there have been quite a number of defections in recent times. Remember, the people talked about voter apathy when Ademola Adeleke emerged senator, following the demise of his brother, his soul rest in peace. And many believe that this same apathy could actually also work in his favor at this time.
To a very minute extent. Why do I say so? First of all, there's a difference between having a belief in somebody and trying to transfer that belief to somebody else. Or sometimes, like you said, voter empathy. That does not necessarily translate to very, because there will be very few. Don't forget, politics is supposed to be all about ideology. Despite the fact that...
But do we have ideologies in Nigeria?
That is what I was going to say, that to a large extent, we're not really dealing with the politics of ideology, but to some little extent, no matter how little.
Okay.
If people believe in your ideology, it does not necessarily mean that your brother or your wife will equally carry the same ideology.